Hi everyone. Unfairlyone is a YouTubian who won my recent contest. I was inviting everyone to guess who the director would be for my November director series that I'm going to be doing. He was the first person to correctly guess that David Lynch is that director, and so his prize is a video on anything that he wants me to do, and he asked me to talk about the films I have in my Criterion collection. Well, I'm happy to, but this might be a little disappointing because my Criterion collection consists of movies that nobody will play because they're not on DVD, they're on full-size Laserdisc. First we have Chasing Amy. This is the Kevin Smith movie, his third feature film, with Ben Affleck and Jason Lee and Joy Lord-Adams, of course, and of course Smith and Jason Mewes. This is the full-size Laserdiscs that that movie collectors like myself used to buy before DVDs existed. And each side of this disc holds no more than an hour. But since it's the size of an LP, you know, it has a lot of stuff here. Instead, you know, in DVDs now they'll have little booklets sometimes, but this is what we used to do in order to get high quality videos, and if we didn't want to go with VHS, which oftentimes we didn't. Next, we have the Criterion collection of RoboCop, and there's actually a new steelbook that I picked up a few months ago with up-to-date interviews. This is the unrated version of the movie with extra violence added in, and it's the quality of the image isn't quite as good as the actual film itself, the original version of the movie, because that stuff, the footage wasn't preserved as well as the rest of it. Obviously, this version now is inferior, not just because it's on Laserdisc, because it doesn't have the features that the latest edition does. This is, of course, Ewan McGregor in the Danny Boyle film Trainspotting, and this is a 2-disc set. So there's, oh, no, actually it's not. It's just 1 disc. You have to flip it in the middle of the movie, obviously, because it only holds 1 hour per side. But here's the inside here, and here's the back, and it has a few features on it, but not many, because since the movie is close to 2 hours long, there isn't really a lot of room on the second side for additional stuff. And finally, of course, we have my favorite, which is 7, which came out in early '96, my favorite David Fincher film. I have the DVD of this, of course, as well, the New Line Platinum Edition, or whatever they call it. But the Criterion collection put out the full-size Laserdisc back in the '90s. This disc, this version, is special because it has more discs than most other packages of this kind. Most Laserdiscs like these right here, they hold about an hour per side. However, those versions do not allow you to frame advance, look at individual frames, whereas the kind that does means it only holds like about ½ hour per side. This is how ancient this technology is and how out of date it is. So since this movie is over 2 hours long, it requires at least 3 discs to hold all of the footage from the film. Plus, of course, there's lots of extras on this. But as you can see, this is a pretty big package right here. There's, I guess, four whole discs in the set. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even more than that. Let's see here. No, there's just 4. But the nice thing about having a package like this is I was able to save a number of other items here. These are my tickets for when I went to see the movie. I saw it 6 times in the theater. You might think it's kind of ironic to only see a movie called 7 6 times, but I didn't want to get bored with it. Here are some reviews. This one is from Film Threat magazine, which I clipped and saved. These reviews are all very positive, but each has its attributes. And this is from Empire magazine, which is a British movie magazine. And then we have this one right here is from the British version of Premiere magazine. And here is the booklet that the disc came from. And there's lots of interesting stuff on there as well. As you can see, it looks a lot like the John Doe Journal. Anyway, so I don't own any Criterion DVDs at this point. If I did, I would probably look into getting The Game, which is another Fincher film, and Brazil, which is an excellent DVD set from Criterion. And The Thin Red Line is something that I would probably look at as getting as well, but I haven't been as compelled to pick up those DVDs. And of course, you know, these, I mean, I've got a player, but it doesn't really work anymore. So I'm just basically holding onto these for nostalgia purposes. And I used to own the Laserdisc from Criterion of Taxi Driver. There's a more, you know, up-to-date DVD of that, of course. But anyway, those are my Criterion discs. I actually didn't remember having these three right here. I was thinking that the only one I was going to be talking about was 7, because that's the only one I remembered. But I actually have these others as well. And in case you'd like to see the rest of my collection, this is it right here. It's one right here. That's E.T. right there. You can't see the spine too well. And then Huckabees and a few more here. This is a nice 3-pack of the 3 Lethal Weapon movies. 1 and 2 are on one disc, and then 3 is on another disc. So that's a nice little package to have if you like that stuff. And I borrowed Mulholland Drive and Blue Velvet here from a friend for when I do the David Lynch series. And here's Raging Bull, which was a present from V-Rose. And there's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was a present, which was a prize from the Artist Version 1. And there's my True Romance disc. And there's a Videodrome, which I also got as a prize. And I actually have another one here. Where is it? Darn it, I can't even find it now. It's one that I got as a prize from Art Chataway 87, which I've yet to watch, which is a little, here, La Dolce Vita, right, exactly. I still have not watched this disc, because I'm going to have to watch it and take a look at it at some point, and do a video on it, because it's a Fellini film, and I still haven't seen it. However, over here I've got sort of the cream of the crop. I've got them separated by the ones that I really, really love. Batman Begins, of course, Clockwork Orange, Evil Dead 2, which was another prize that I got, The Incredibles, and over here we've got Love Stalker, my friend's movie, right in between Koyaanisqatsi and Miller's Crossing. And there's Once, and of course here's my RoboCop steelbook right there. It's an excellent set, really, really excellent package. And there's 7, and The Social Network, of course, and United 93, and here's my awesome Sin City edition. So anyway, I know you weren't asking for all that, Mr. Unfairly One, but since I have so few Criterion discs, I thought you might like to see the rest of my collection. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks again for watching, of course. Thanks for the rest of you for watching, too. Bye.